Hey guys. So I was watching some ordinary gamers talk about Chris Hansen, Dahvie Vanity, and the FBI. Um, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I should tell my own blood on the dance floor story. Um, you know, this right here, that's Dahvie. For anyone who doesn't know, the other one who you would see him with back in the day was Jay. He was the cool one. This is the one who's been. I mean, you can't really say it's alleged by this point. I mean, obviously he did stuff with kids, um, with like teenage fans. But this is Dahvie, and quite frankly, in people can say Blood on the Dance Floor music is shit. His singing is shit. That's what makes it shit. The beats are actually really good. Some of the lyrics are pretty clever, but Jay is by far a much superior singer than Dahvie. Um, and I even had that opinion even back before he was known as a piece of shit human being. Um, I always pointed it out to my friend. I'm like, why does he sound so weird? It's like it sounds like he's trying to sing, and how he would pronounce some things, and it made no sense. Um, but yeah, that's Dahvie's. That's who we're gonna be talking about. So my own blood on the dance floor experience was actually unintentional. We saw them in 2012 at Warped Tour in Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina. For people who don't know, that's where I live, is North Carolina. Um, and it was mainly bands you never heard of. Was it Kings of Leon there? It wasn't Kings of Leon. I think that was actually the final tour that they were doing for a Warped Tour. That Kings of Leon were there. Trying to remember if anyone else. I know Yellow Card was there. We were passing by. We were going. I mean, it was a big lot, and they've got them spread out all over the place. And we were walking by, and all I heard was, "If I could find you now, things would get better." I was like, "Oh my god!" But I mean, that's really the only song of theirs that I like. So I'm like, we're just gonna keep walking. But we saw Blood on the Dance Floor, and everyone nearly died. Um, During one of the songs they were doing, they took out like a hose, and at first it's like, okay, it's gonna be bubbles or something, but no, it was flat out like fucking soapy foam, and they're just spraying everyone down. There's a father and his daughter next to us, or next to me, and he had her up on her shoulders, because she was a kid, and he had her up, and there's Dahvie's like spraying this fucking soap all over the place, and everyone while they're trying to sing, all you hear is you have people like with their phones still up in the air trying to record as they're fucking um and this poor kid next to me is getting blasted, and most people are like, they're cheering because they're at they're watching Blood on the Dance Floor, they're cheering, they're singing, and suddenly they're blasted. So half the time, this fucking shit's going in their mouth, and they got that soap flavor in their mouth. They're like, so we all nearly died because we almost nearly freaking choked on that soapy foam that they decided to blast out at everyone. God, it was horrible. And then at some point during the show, he like pulls his pants down and shows off his ass to everyone. Not impressive, let me just tell you that. Some people say I can pull that off too well. I don't know. Guess that's what happens when you live in California and all your friends are either fucking gay or bi. Actually, no. All my male friends were gay. All my female friends were bi. So maybe if I can do that a little bit too well, it's just because it's not because I'm gay, okay? It's not. So you need to just sit down right there and just check yourself, because that's not the reason. It's because I had gay friends, okay? Gay friends. Big, huge difference. Huger than that tiny little peanut that you have in your pants. Sorry. I just need to shut up. Now, what was I saying? Oh, Right. So I got Waffle some rye bread. What a fine day it was. No, so yeah, they were playing, and they only did like 3, 4 songs, and then, we went off to see the Magical Wizard of Oz, and we heard that there was going to be like a little meet and greet. Well, not really a meet and greet, but go get their stuff signed, take a picture and this and that. The line was it was huge. The line was huge. We waited. It was huge. So many people all over waiting to see them. Huge. But we noticed that Dahvie wasn't there. Jay was there, and apparently everyone who was getting pictures with Jay, they were completely happy. Jay's a perfectly cool guy. Like everyone says, like he's pretty humble, and so. But Dahvie wasn't there. Dahvie didn't know. But the reason they said he wasn't there was because of heat exhaustion. I think it's because he couldn't handle all the teens in the audience. But hey, that's just a theory. No, but yeah, they said, oh yeah, Jay wasn't here because of heat exhaustion, and I remember we didn't wait in line very long. I think we waited for maybe an hour and a half. But it was, anyone knows Charlotte or any kind of big city, around 5 o'clock, traffic gets impossible. And yeah, it was around 4 o'clock, 4:30, and we're like, you know what? Should we just go? And we just agreed to go. I think my friends, she got something. She wanted to have it signed, but that didn't happen. And like I said, it wouldn't have been the same anyway since Dahvie wasn't there. Although nowadays we probably glad that didn't happen. So yeah, we kind of left because we had to. We left at it was like 5 o'clock when we left because we still had to walk through the entire area to get back to the car. They did pass out free condoms though. And they gave everyone like a little bag and had like free condoms at this little stand. Anyone who went to the stand got this bag, and it was like condoms and a bunch of other little things. And so I think by the time we got home, it was probably like 7, 8 o'clock. Because like I said, Charlotte is bad. If you leave when people are getting out of work, you're gonna be there for a while. But yeah. So we saw Blood on the Dance Floor. They were okay. Jay was fine. Dahvie doesn't show up because of heat exhaustion, and like I said, I think it's just because he couldn't handle all the underage children in the audience, all those young girls screaming out his name and wanting him to pull his pants down. Like I said, not impressed. But and you can, and to defend him in some kind of way, you can sit here and say, well, look at him. What kind of grown man dresses like that? Kiss. And they were doing it long before Blood on the Dance Floor. Fun fact though, my mom actually got to meet Kiss just by accident. My grandpa had a garage in New York, and apparently their tour bus had broken down not too far, and they came to my grandpa's garage because that's what he did. It was a garage. He was a mechanic, so she got to meet everyone. So living in New York, sometimes you're in the right place at the right time. But yeah, so she always was happy that she got to meet them. She wasn't a huge fan, but back then she thought they were very attractive men, because she was, a kid, not a kid, a teenager. She's almost 60 now, so I think she said she was like 16 or something when this happened. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, you can bash his looks all you want, because look at Kiss. They were much worse. They do whole face paint, and I think he does the same thing too. but that's as far as I'll go to defend him. Like I said, he's a pretty crap singer. Jay is definitely far superior. Um, Jay is also a better person. Uh, they also tried to do a live stream, and then it was Dahvie pulled out some weed and he started smoking on camera, and I think he said something about like I think he said fuck the host of the site, like whatever site they were using, and then like instantly they went down. The fucking person, whoever owns the site and all the streaming, they just kicked him off, and they didn't come back on because he decided to pull out weed and say fuck, fuck whoever the owner of the site was. Part of my memory, this was 2012, and this was a live stream that lasted only about a minute because he decided to pull out weed and say fuck you to whoever the owner was. So sorry if it's like, well, I don't believe that happened. Well, 2012, and it lasted only about a minute, so naturally I'm not going to remember every detail. But yeah, Warped Tour, it was interesting. You're pretty much standing outside the entire time. There was only like one band that was like actually inside one of the stadiums, so we're like, we don't know who they are, we don't know if they suck, but it's shade and we get to sit down because it was a theater, so there were seats. So we got to sit down. And they weren't even that great. We were just happy that we got to sit down. We were just killing time till Blood on the Dance Floor got on there. We were like, well, let's just walk over here. After that, we got something to eat, and then we kind of headed over where Blood on the Dance Floor was. But if you look up on YouTube, and I'll probably post a video of it. I wish I still had my video, or my friend had hers, but she doesn't. But if you look it up, I think someone still has when he's out there with the hose. So go check that out. Like I said, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description. It was so fucking horrible. It's just everything. And this little fucking girl sitting on her dad's shoulders, just trying to see these two guys who she likes getting blasted in the face with soapy freaking suds. Ugh. People are like trying to cover their phones because stuff's covering it. It's like no. So, I mean, after I was recording, I had to put my phone away because it's like I don't have any money to get a new phone. So, but yeah, that's my Blood on the Dance Floor experience. I wish I could say it was something more grandiose, like he took me into a hotel and I got to fuck him in the ass or something. But no, it's nothing like that. Mine's actually pretty small scale compared to some other people's. It says on his little bio thing that I think it's like famous celebs or something that he's straight. He's bi at best. No straight man. Just accept it, dude. But yeah, like I said, that's my Blood on the Dance Floor. Hey, wait, actually, that place looks very familiar. I think I used to live there. Now, this looks like a California, Texas kind of place. Jay, I think, is from North Carolina. Let me see. I think that's where his name with the Monroe part came from, because there's Monroe, North Carolina. So G. Let's see here. From Orlando, Florida, but he probably lives. Yeah, he's pretty young, so I'm older than he is. But yeah, you can see, he doesn't go with the whole full-on makeup most of the time. He does have the pink contacts, but you can tell he's far superior looking to, than Dahvie is. His real name is Jeremy Bryan. He dropped out of high school. Apparently, from what he said, he dropped out of school because he was being bullied a lot, which, don't bully people. His mom refers to herself as Mom Monroe. He goes on Insta with his boyfriend. He performs. I think he performed, as in past tense. I don't think he's with um, Dahvie anymore. Yeah, so you can see he's not wanting too much for a whole bunch of over the top face paint. You know, he's got contacts, he's got the hair thing, but he's not like all over his face. And that's not him. That's fucking Jeffree Star. Get that shit out of here. Get it out of here. But yeah, you can tell he's definitely a lot better looking than than Dahvie, and more talented. And in the end, that's all that matters. You know, who has more talent. His talent is a lot bigger than Dahvie's. I'm sorry. I'm coming. Am I coming off as a bit queer? I'm sorry. What are you all? You're just a bunch of fucking bigots. You just homophobes. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here. It's 16 minutes. And I'm just gonna keep ranting on in that stupid fucking voice. So, yeah. Peter Pan. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that was my blood on the dance floor story. You know, all in all, you know, safe sex is good. And that's why they were handing out condoms. And if you go to a concert and you see them pull out a very large hose, be sure to cover your mouth and your nostrils and your eyes and partial part of your ears, and put your phone away, because most likely you're about to die or somewhat die. Yay. Anyway, guys, let me know if you've ever had experiences with blood on the dance floor that are more, I don't know, interesting than mine. Just let me know below, and yeah, I'm gonna try to find a really good video or just a clip of, you know, us all getting blasted. I don't know, maybe I'll be in it. Of course, I was a much younger man back then, and I didn't have all this. My hair, I actually didn't have a beard, and my hair was pretty short. What the fuck happened? You look like shit now. Yeah. That's what happens when you get older. That was what, 2012? I'm 32 now. Do the math. Anyways, yeah. I'd like to hear your stories. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.